Young Thug and the YSL Rico trial is the biggest thing in hip-hop right now. Thug is facing life in prison, while everyone else is allegedly flipping on him. And one of the most shocking twists was when his homie Gunna took a plea deal in the case. Gunna says he's not snitching, but not everyone is convinced. And today, we're breaking down how other rappers really feel about Gunna and the Rico situation. Let's get right into it. Anytime over 20 dudes get wrapped up in the same case, it's only a matter of time before someone flips and starts talking. A lot of people thought YSL would end up having some dudes working with the cops, but fans were still shocked when the news broke that Gunna had taken a plea deal. Gunna took an Alfred plea deal before the trial started, which basically means he thinks the state can convict him, but he's not actually admitting to the crime. The court handed down a 5-year sentence with 1 year served and the rest of it suspended, but Gunna told everyone he didn't snitch to get the deal. He said, "I have not made any statements, have not been interviewed, have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify or be a witness for or against any party in the case." At first it looked like Gunna just got lucky with his deal, but then a video came out showing him admitting in court that YSL was a gang and that he was in a car with Young Thug when the cops found drugs and guns in it. The prosecutor asked him if they were his, and he told him no. So some people think Gunna basically threw Thug under the bus right there.
Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
YSL is a music label and a gang, and you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance of the gang.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrocodone, methamphetamines, and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you acknowledge the following statement? I recognize, accept, and deeply regret that my talent and music indirectly furthered YSL the gang to the detriment of my community. YSL as a gang must end. Is that your statement or acknowledgement?
Yes.
After the video came out, other artists in the rap game started picking sides. Gunna posted a pic on IG with the caption, "Acting like they switching to a side, but it's only one side. Hashtag YSL the label, hashtag free Thug and Yak. Gunna back." Some people like Kid Cudi, Jacquees, and DJ Scheme showed love to Gunna on social media, but there was also a ton of rappers calling him a snitch. Boosie Badass posted a clip of Gunna in court and wrote, "Rat, this would have put tears in my eyes, my brother." Boosie aired him out for switching on Thug while he's fighting for his life in court. Then he followed it up and said Gunna ruined his legacy over one charge that he wouldn't have even done hard time for. Freddie Gibbs hopped on social media to clown Gunna over the situation too. He tweeted, "Niggas telling fibs," after the video leaked, which was a reference to a diss Gunna sent at Gibbs on the track Poochie Gown. Gunna's issues with Gibbs actually started back in 2020 when Gunna and Thug were beefing with a Baton Rouge rapper named Tech. Tech leaked the video where Gunna's talking to a reporter about his cousin allegedly killing a girl. Tech said the clip was from a show called Crime Stoppers, which is all about tracking down wanted criminals. Talking to reporters about a murder wasn't a good look for somebody like Gunna, but a few months later, he went on The Breakfast Club to clear up the situation. According to him, it wasn't an episode of Crime Stoppers. Gunna said it was just a local news report about his cousin who was serving a life sentence for allegedly killing a little girl. Gunna said his cousin was innocent and he just went on the news to defend his name. But Freddie Gibbs tweeted, "If you was on Crime Stoppers TV, you was snitch. Ain't no way around it." Gunna ain't respond to the tweet, and it seemed like he was just gonna move on. But then 2 years later, he was rolling his album out and tweeted, "When my album drop, Freddie Gibbs will have the biggest moment of his career." Gibbs clapped back and said, "I'm the hot topic right now. These need me to push the project. I get it. You can say you sold more records, got more money, but I ain't never been on Crime Stoppers." They sent some more shots back and forth on social media. Then Gunna dropped the track Poochie Gown and said, "Hang above the rim, I can't f with Freddie Gibbs. Telling fibs. Rich kids try to get next to me, you know your chance is slim." Gibbs clowned him for the weak line and started throwing more shots right after the news broke about Gunna's deal. He tweeted, "It was that took their verse off my album because one ain't like me. I wonder how they feel now. And I prayed for this day." Gibbs ain't the only dude in the industry who's been clowning Gunna over the situation though. 6ix9ine is known as the biggest rat in the rap game after he flipped on his crew and worked with the cops, but that hasn't stopped him from taking shots at Gunna. He posted a video of Gunna in court and wrote, "Go ahead and make your million excuses. I stand on whatever I do or did. That's why I'm still walking on this earth and nothing ever happens to me." When Gunna made his first post after getting released and put YSL the label in the caption, 6ix9ine clowned him over it and commented, "In court, you said it was a gang. Here on IG, you saying the label. LOL, you can't make this shit up." 6ix9ine's manager, Wack 100, also thinks Gunna flipped. He said, "Listen, you're not pleading guilty to a RICO and they're freeing you. He did something. Sauce Walka's a Houston rapper known for tracks like Texas Cyclone and Ghetto Gospel. He went live and clowned Gunna for taking a deal and said he felt sorry for Young Thug. Sauce said he'd take 25 or 30 years without flipping on his homies and that he could see his daughter on FaceTime if that's what it took. He also said Gunna would have only been hit with 1 or 2 years if he took it to trial instead of taking a deal. It's one thing to talk about staying solid with your crew and spending decades in prison, but now Sauce Walka might have to really prove what he said. Just a few days after Gunna took the deal and Sauce clowned him for it, 14 dudes from his crew, The Sauce Factory, were booked on RICO charges. Sauce wasn't booked during the takedown, but there's no telling how the case will go. And if someone in his crew talks crazy and Sauce Walka gets brought into the case, he might end up facing the same kind of situation Gunna was in. But it's not just random dudes in the industry that have issues with Gunna now. Lil Baby and Gunna have been tight for years. They dropped a collab project back in 2018, and last year, their track Drip Too Hard went certified diamond. They've racked up over 1 billion streams together, but now it's all falling apart over the RICO case. Baby ain't said nothing publicly about it, but fans noticed recently that he unfollowed Gunna on IG, and he's not the only homie Gunna's lost. Gunna and Lil Durk have been working together for a long time and popped off last year with the track What Happened to Virgil. Durk obviously ain't rocking with how Gunna handled the court situation, and he previewed a new track where he said, "What happened to Virgil? He probably gonna tell." He didn't call Gunna out by name, but fans connected the bar to him immediately. When Gunna got released, he also tweeted a message to Lil Keed, who tragically passed away last year from a blood cell disorder. Keed was affiliated with YSL, but his brother Lil Got It obviously ain't cool with Gunna right now. Gunna tweeted, "R.I.P. Keed, I love you and I miss you, twin." Then Got It hopped on IG and wrote, "Don't call me twin," and need to stop that cap. Thug's brother on Funk also hopped in and let everyone know he wasn't rocking with Gunna anymore either. On his IG story, he wrote, "All that internet shit not P. I've been humble with you." A dude named Mondo, who co-founded YSL with Thug, aired Gunna out for taking the deal on the Ugly Money podcast. Mondo said Gunna was always a genuine dude, but he panicked when the case got dropped on him. He said,
You know what I'm saying? Them boys some good I f them boys, but bro, certain once you do certain shit, like shouldn't have to coach you how to be no real. So you can't say, "Oh, they tricked me," or "Oh, I ain't talking them, I don't know what's going on." And woo, come on, my brother. It ain't no, it's no, you know what I'm saying? Certain shit you just don't do. And hey, boy, you crossed the line, my brother. Oh, none, but boy.
Jim Jones is another rapper who doesn't think Gunna should have taken the deal. In an interview with DJ University, he said,
If you up against a case by yourself and shit like that, that's something different and shit like that. But when you're taking a plea is a touchy thing, and I don't really want to touch too much on it and shit like that because
Jones says he's seen his own homies get snitched on and have to do serious time, but none of them ever took a plea deal. And even though the situation ain't looking great for Young Thug right now, Jones said,
above all, he's a black man that started from nothing and helped so many black people become successful. God bless, I've seen some crazy things, man. You never know that man could come home. And that's what I'm praying for.
It seems like most of the rap game ain't rocking with Gunna right now, but not everyone switched on him. Gunna and DDG linked up for the track Elon Musk, and DDG told DJ Academics that he's not worried about all the street code talk that's going around right now. He says Gunna showed him love and helped his career out, and he don't care about any of the drama. Gunna taking the deal means he won't have to risk going to prison, but it's already affecting his career. There's a lot of rappers who would have done the same thing if they were in his shoes, but the rap game is all about your image, and even rumors about snitching can end your career. If Gunna don't testify against Thug, then most people will probably just move on eventually. But if he takes a stand, his career will likely be over, and he'll need to stay out of Atlanta too. Being a famous rapper is already dangerous, but flipping on one of the biggest and most influential artists in the city will put a massive target on Gunna's back. Nobody knows how the situation will play out, so tap in for updates, because there's no telling what'll happen next.